So I'm going to let you go first on this one. You want to start good or bad?
Let's start with bad.
All right, let's do it. Start with bad, go.
Holy Jesus, people showed up. I'll be damned. How you doing? Yes, how are you? We were a little nervous because this is above ground, and a lot of times gay people only do things in groups below ground. But I'm glad you're all here. This is very exciting. Hot Gay Comics live for television. By a show of hands, how many of you have televisions? You have a pretty good. Okay, and how many of you have the Here Network? Okay, we've got some work to do, but we're very good. So do we have all gay people? Is everyone here gay? You're gay.
I'm not funded by the Koch brothers. I mean, I wish I was funded by the Koch brothers. That would be nice. I wouldn't be wearing H&M underwear. I mean,
but guess what? If the post office closed tomorrow, it would be all right. You'd still get mail. Amazon would pick. No, it wouldn't. Amazon would pick that up.
You would have to send things through UPS. It would cost a lot more.
It wouldn't, though. Competition would start kicking in.
I'm your postman. Hand me your gun.
And between UPS and FedEx and Amazon and drones and blah, 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 and DHL, they'd all start, it would probably drop prices.
Since the USPS ships packages and mail at affordable prices, that actually lowers the cost of shipping for businesses like UPS and FedEx.
So I have 3 chickens right now. I'm going to give you a good UPS story. We ordered them. They were born in August on a Monday in Cleveland. They hatched that day. They threw them in a box with a little hole, USPS, and they showed up at my door in LA on a Tuesday. The USPS has been doing that for about 100 years.
It's the only way you can do it, by the way. You can't order chickens through any other method.
Oh, is it just USPS?
Yeah.
So actually, I was giving the USPS credit there because my chickens all arrived live.
Yeah, they send them chicks.
Yeah.
That's the only you're buying these live chicks. That's the way you get them. You get them through the U.S. Postal Service.
But
you don't get them through UPS.
I'm pretty sure, though, that if the USPS stopped, it didn't exist anymore, you'd still get chickens delivered. And Amazon could probably do it even more effectively.
You're a godsend. A savior.
No, I'm just the postman.
Do you want the government to tell you how to do all these things and all the regulations that you got to have your electric thing this far from this and like all of
the regulations like that for construction are important, though. You do have to make sure that people don't do stupid shit.
But
make sure
generally,
you don't have a power line that's near a water line. There's a lot of.
But I would put most of that on the builders, though. They want to build things that are good. Now I get it.
That's not true. Listen, people
people are going to build
corners all the time. Like you have to have regulations when it comes to construction methods, or people are going to get.
They cut corners when there are regulations anyway.
They do.
You draw that new centre around some people that I would consider on the right, like Stefan Molyneux, for example.
Well, I've never said that Stefan Molyneux's in the new centre.
Really?
Have you ever heard me say that?
I thought you had.
No, I've never said that.
5 years ago, where liberals and conservatives were just fighting about everything, now actually there's a new center developing, and I think both of us are sort of in that, not in the exact same political part.
But is there evidence that it's genetic? Yes. I'm not a geneticist.
Yes.
So genetic in what regard? I mean, if we took the brain of a 25-year-old black man and the brain of a 25-year-old white man, what is it that they're doing that...
Different sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So after the whole unpleasantness, this thumbnail seems to be a little more controversial. So let's just change this up here, and that's better. Yes. Don't take the video down. Let's just change the thumbnail. Now no one will know what was said.
If the dial of ideas was turned to low for the last few years, it's quickly moving into the hot position. Because the conversations we're having here are finally starting to leak out into the rest of the world. That my brain is still in recovery mode from taking in so many high-level important ideas.
You might think you're a progressive. I used to think I was. My show, The Rubin Report, was originally part of the Progressive Young Turks network.
Hey, where the are my hard-boiled eggs?
Will freak out, oh my God, a liberal's on Fox News. So I should give you some liberal cred. Look, I'm for gay marriage. I even married a guy. I'm for legalizing marijuana. I'm pro-choice. I'm for reforming the prison system, and the list goes on and on. As for that specific line, I personally
wouldn't want the government telling a private business what to do.
A government that can force Christians to violate their conscience can force me to violate mine.
I want you to continue to say you're a liberal because you're of great use to good values.
Well, don't worry, I'm not doing it for your use of me. I'm doing it for myself.
No. It's like Christians who say to me, oh, we would love you to come to Christ, but you are so valuable to us as a Jew when you defend us Christians. Yeah. And they're right. You are valuable in the best sense of the word because America needs people who are clearly liberal and to be honest, and fall into the category of kosher as gay. Yeah. To say, hey, hello, the conservatives are not hate mongers. Hello, they should be heard. Hello.
A Sunday afternoon.
Gay-ish anniversary, or maybe just how about you just have like a freaking barbecue, dude? Does everything have to be?
No, but the party's not going to be gay. It's just we'll have a barbecue.
Okay,
it'll just be a barbecue. Nothing gay is going to happen there.
Well, I wasn't worried it was going to turn into an orgy back there or something. I wasn't worried you were going to bring out the village people or something.
Do you know that gay people have parties just the same? Well,
wait, what?
Sometimes.
What? No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was pretty well aware of that. In fact, as I've said 1,000 times, happy to go out to dinner. My wife, your husband, happy to go out to dinner and do any of that stuff, as long as it's not like, rah, here's a thing you think is sinful, join me in celebrating it. That's...
Scorpion wins. Friendship.
You said in an interview with Ben Shapiro that liberalism is basically a mental disorder. What did you mean by that?
I don't think I said liberalism. I might have said progressivism.
The truth about why he left the Young Turks. He wanted to make a 6-figure salary to host a 30-minute-a-week show when everyone here, because we work for an independent news company, was getting paid far less while working 12-hour days. That's why Dave Rubin left the company. And now all of a sudden he's getting funded by the Koch brothers, and all of a sudden his opinions are very different. He has no political identity. He is not an honest actor. He is not an intellectual. He is a fraud. That's who Dave Rubin is.
I was on a meditation retreat when he really was melting down. And when I first watched the video after over a week of meditating.
You talking about the milkshake one?
Yeah, the milkshake, I couldn't watch it. It was just too, I was just like, oh my, just pinballing. It's like delusion, denial, anger, sleep.
All the stages of grief.
just like watching him, just like totally having a great day and drinking my milkshake here and thinking about ideas and Claire Lehman, she was on my show and, she's a total, getting winded now. She's a bitch, but I apologize to myself for saying that.
I got into some Twitter nonsense this morning and it's so, it's just gross. It's all just gross.
If he didn't sit and nod his head while Stefan Molyneux promoted some of the most toxic ideology in the history of Earth as an example.
Talking about brain weight and how black brains weigh less than white brains.
The name on, by the way.
Oh, really? What is it now?
Well, I noticed that because I'm going to keep doing what I do, and I think that title used to be something like Stefan Molyneux and race
IQ and race realism,
and now it's Stefan Molyneux controversial opinion. Someone is scared of monetization issues and maybe is thinking and seeing maybe I have to change these titles. Don't include Sam Harris with these people. Sam Harris included himself. Sam
absolutely.
So deal with it what it is and Dave Rubin, if all of a sudden these people decide and catch up with everybody else that he's an idiot who doesn't push back, it's yup. That's right.
This is what I'm talking about. It's that sort of endless hysteria, attacking people, attacking motives. Nobody's interested in that anymore. I really don't think people are interested in that.
there is some strategy around it. Like Quillette, which is, you know, public now, they're publishing some good stuff on Marx, but there's still this like, you know, counterintuitive reactionary rag that does all this like bizarre race science stuff. But it's like they get just on a branding level, like how the f are you going to be like, you know, we're the ideas people, and this guy who's just is like this, you know, like the most vacuous thing in the history of the planet is like our prime interviewer is just like, it doesn't work.